When I was a kid, I had a phobia of throwing up, which also meant I had a massive fear of public speaking. Because when you get in front of people, you get nervous, then your stomach feels funny, then you're like, oh no, what if I throw up? And then you're like, oh shoot, what if I throw up in front of people? And then it's just this spiral of fear, embarrassment, and of course puking your guts out. It was always the worst during class presentations, because 2 weeks before you had to get in front of the class, it felt like every morning you'd have the runs. And it would get so bad that I would, when I was in front of people, I used to get tremors in my left hand or my left knee. And so now not only am I nervous with indigestion and trembling all over and trying to keep my food down, my farts in, while trying to present on a topic that I don't even remember anymore. But I do remember the fear, and it sucked. But all of that changed in the 7th grade when I met a girl named Susan. Now Susan was a theater kid, and she talked about how she loved and respected boys who did musicals. No, Susan was also the first person I had a legit hardcore crush on. So even though I had massive stage fright, I was like, I gotta impress her. So as scared as I was, I jumped in. I started dance class, I started singing lessons. I'm just like going to auditions and just sucking and failing the entire time and I had anxiety and the indigestion all along the way. Like, it wasn't pretty and it wasn't fun. But when I was a freshman in high school, I finally got cast in my first show in a musical. I was part of the ensemble of State Fair, the musical. Now, yeah. No, it was just the background. It was just the background. But being part of the background, like, that was a big deal for me. And I was finally gonna win over Susan's approval and her love. So when the show was over, and with my newfound status as background ensemble member in State Fair the Musical, I confessed my feelings to Susan during the summer. And guess what? She felt the same way. But it was the summer and we both had summer jobs out of town. So we couldn't hang out. But oh man, by the time the fall rolled around, it would be like, oh, I can't wait to start this more than friends relationship. And the fall rolled around and Susan didn't talk to me. I know, and so I was pretty crushed, but instead of thinking like high school's weird, or sometimes people change their minds and don't tell you, I thought, oh, maybe it was because I was part of the background in the music. Maybe she would like me if I was the lead. So I had to work harder. So I still was scared. I still had indigestion and the runs and the tremors, and I was like, I'm gonna win her over this time. And I started giving up the things that I loved, like sports and music, because I was like, I'm gonna win her over. Years go by, I finally got a lead in a musical. And I was like, this is it. Susan's gonna come, she's gonna see me, and she's gonna realize she made a mistake, even though deep down I wanted to prove to myself that I wasn't a mistake. But she never came to the show. And I was like, okay. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what's the point of this theater thing if she's not even gonna come? And then I thought, maybe because I'm not educated. Because she started theater when she was really little. I didn't start too much later. I should go to conservatory. I should go to college for this. So After high school, I moved to LA and got my BFA in acting. Right after that, I got my MFA in acting. I am classically trained in Shakespearean text, and I still have stage fright. And you know what my friend Spencer did during those 7 years? Became a doctor. You know what my friend Paige did during those years? Also became a doctor. You know what my friend Kaylin did? She became a vet, aka a doctor, aka saving puppies' lives. I could have been saving puppies' lives, but no, I went to 7 years of acting school. I got the highest degree in my field because I didn't have enough self-respect that a girl didn't like me when I was a teenager. And then I was like, well, okay, so I can teach at the collegiate level. I can teach students even though I still have stage fright. Well, it's like, why do you have stage fright? Oh, because you have a fear of throwing up. Right. Well, why do I have a fear of throwing up? Oh, because probably because I have a fear of not having control in my life, or I have a fear of death. And it's like, well, Owen, you spent so many years trying to live your life for somebody else that you don't even remember what you like anymore. And then it's like, oh my gosh, in a way I did lose. Like, I did lose control of my life. In a way, I did die. Oh, and you already died, so what are you afraid of anymore? So, I was reminded of this story because a couple months ago, I was at work, as you do, and there was a girl there, as there are. And I started developing feelings for her, as you do. And then we all went out to a bar. Now, I don't drink, but I've never drank before, but obviously, we all know that I seem to put myself in places I don't belong. So, we're at the bar, and she's talking to our colleagues in a group. And she's talking about, like, oh my gosh, like, I love and respect people who do stand-up. And so later I said, I was like, oh hey, I'm performing, but she did not come tonight. But it reminded me of, like, oh my gosh, I'm still that 7th grade little boy trying to please a girl who in the end won't even show. And I was like, oh. But I guess sometimes you gotta try things in life, even if it scares you, to find out you're wrong. So, with that, was it worth it? Am I still scared? Hell yeah. I'm terrified, but I'm facing my fear not to impress someone else tonight. I'm facing my fear because I want to. Woo! And I need to. And so now I'm gonna get off the stage and rethink my life. Right after I head to that bathroom over there and puke my guts out. Thank you so much.